Very good afternoon, class. So, as you all know, last time, if you have gone through the video, we started with the topic, and this was the first slide which I showed you. This slide represents chapter 2, verse 20 from Bhagavad Gita. Just as our body is worthless, useless without the soul is the one which makes the body active, gives it the energy and existence it requires to exist in this particular world. In the same manner, the organization is an artificial person which is created by law and does not have any existence without the persons who are associated with it. Exactly. So all the persons associated with the organization are called as members. It can be rightly said that organization is by the members, of the members, or for the members. So a company is not a human body like human beings, but it is an artificial person created by law. And to manage this company, to make this company work, persons are required, members are required. So class, we had started with our topic of secretarial practice, chapter 5, members of a company. So a quick revision at what all topics we covered in the previous slides. We saw what is the meaning of members. So members can be defined as persons who are associated with the organization and responsible for the activities conducted within the company. In order to become a member of a company, there are two prerequisites which are required. Number one, agreement in writing to take up the shares, and second, name in the register of members. Then we saw member versus shareholder. It is not necessity that though the words member and shareholder are used together or are considered same, but in many conditions, a member may not necessarily be a shareholder and vice versa. So the conditions under which the person can be called as a member but not a shareholder are signatories to memorandum of association, in case of company which is limited by guarantee, and members by acquiescence. Under the conditions wherein the person is regarded as a shareholder but not a member are transfer of shares, in this case the buyer, on death the legal heir, uska varis, and insolvency, may in the official receiver who is appointed by the law, are considered as shareholders but not members. So class, these were the topics which we had done previously. Now today we'll be continuing forward, and the first topic that we are going to cover now is eligibility of membership. That is, which persons can and cannot become the members of the company. We are going to see this topic just now. So pay attention. Basically, when you buy the shares of a company, it calls for a contract, correct? Now, as we saw, the two requisites just now I explained you all is you are agreeing in written format that you're going to buy the shares of a company, correct? So जब written format undertake होता है, so buying a share means it implies के contract बनेगा. So basically, any entity, that is either a person or an individual or an organization who are competent enough to make the contracts can become the member of a company. So class, this particular topic has some things related to provisions of Contract Act. Now there are so many different types of act, like Contract Act. Then you have different other types, Sales of Goods Act. There are different acts which exist legally. So उसमें से एक है Provisions of Contract Act is also applicable in this case. So, subject to provisions of Companies Act, Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association, It implies that any person sui juris can become a member as follows. Now, sui juris का मतलब होता है it is a Latin phrase which means having full legal capacity to act on one's own behalf. मतलब आपको किसी और की जरूरत नहीं है. You are independent. You are an adult now. For example, after 18 years, you are free to enter into any contract, to obtain a driving license, to drive a car, everything. But you should be a major, an adult. That is after 18 years of age. So sui juris का मतलब है legally you are independent and there is no need for you to depend on somebody. All right. So according to this provisions, the following people or individual or organization can become a member of the company. So in your textbook, the topic is divided into two halves. One is individual and the second is organization. मतलब firm की बात कर रहे हैं. So first let us see which individuals are allowed or can become the member of the companies, or which individuals cannot become the member of the company. So the first individual that we are talking about is minor. जैसे मैंने अभी आपको example दिया, minor means below 18 years of age. So a minor cannot become the member of the company himself. A guardian can enter into share purchase transaction on behalf of a minor. Even if the minor is interested to buy the shares or become the member, वो खुद नहीं आ सकता है. But a guardian can buy the shares, can purchase, can sell the shares in his name. तो एक गार्डियन होना चाहिए उसका जो डीलिंग करेगा until and unless he turns major या 18 years का हो जाए. So तब तक a minor is not allowed to enter into the contract, but a guardian can do so. Insolvent. Last time मैंने आपको मीनिंग समझाया था. Insolvent means bankrupt, कंगाल होने के तादार पे आ जाना. That is called as insolvency. So since the beneficial rights of shareholdings are held by the official receiver or assignee, so the insolvent person stop being the member. So अब ये बंदा insolvent होने वाला है. So somebody who is appointed by the law, जिसको हम official receiver या assignee बोलते हैं, those people can enter into the contract इनके नाम पे, but ये खुद अपने नाम पे अभी कुछ डीलिंग नहीं कर सकता because he has already become insolvent. Okay. Moving forward with the topic, continuing with individuals, we move forward with the third one as given in your text. Insane or lunatic. Insane का मतलब है mentally unstable, पागल बंदा. Lunatic means पागल, जिसको समझ नहीं है सही क्या है, गलत क्या है, दिमाग से ठीक नहीं है. So inability to enter into a contract renders the person ineligible for membership of a company. तो हमने क्या देखा, सबसे पहले अगर member बनना है, what is the prerequisite? He can enter into a contract. वो बंदे को पढ़ना आना चाहिए, लिखना आना चाहिए, समझ आना चाहिए. He should be able to sign and enter into a contract. Then only we can consider him to become the member of a company. Next is foreigner. Now foreigner, I'm not talking about people from other countries. Yes, of course, they are one. Foreigner means जो अपने देश का नहीं है basically. Okay, somebody from outside. Since a foreigner can enter into a contract, foreigners can buy the shares to be the member of an Indian company, but subject to provisions of FEMA 1999. So foreigner कोई भी हो सकता है ना, until and unless he is a person who can enter into a contract, the foreigners are allowed to become member of Indian companies, but subject to provision of FEMA. Now what is FEMA? Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. So it aims at facilitating external trade and promote foreign exchange market in India. तो जो act foreign exchange को, foreign exchange पता है ना, dollars coming in India, rupees going to America. So that is external trade, foreign trade. जो regulate करता है, जिसके control में होता है, that is under FEMA. FEMA is replaced, has replaced FERA. FEMA से पहले FERA होता था, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, जिसको रिप्लेस किया गया फॉरेन एक्सचेंज मैनेजमेंट एक्ट इन द ईयर 1999. So under this particular act, a foreigner can become a member of the company. So are you all clear class? अगर इंडिविजुअल की बात करूं तो कौन बन सकता है? Any person who can enter into the contract. तो माइनर, ल्यूनाटिक एंड इंसॉल्वेंट नहीं बन सकते बिकॉज वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं डील कर सकते ना, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में एंटर ही नहीं हो पाते, उनको पता ही नहीं क्या होता है ये. फॉरेनर कैन बिकम अ मेंबर ऑफ द कंपनी. So with that, individual part gets over. Coming to the second part, that is organizations. Now, when I talk about organization, let's see which all organizations can become member of the company. A company itself. A company being a legal person, जैसे मैंने आपको बोला था, it is an artificial person created by law, can become a member of another company in its own name. So एक कंपनी दूसरे कंपनी का मेंबर बन सकती है in its own name. It can become member only if authorized by its MOA. So if it is written in the memorandum of association that this particular company can buy the shares of other company as well, then only it can become and enter into a contract with that other company. Company cannot invest in its own shares. खुद के कंपनी में वो खुद के शेयर्स नहीं खरीद सकती, but the company can buy the shares of other companies. Clear? So for example, if I am ABC Company Limited, I cannot invest my money and buy shares of my own company. So if I want to purchase the shares of PQR Company Limited, I can do that, but I cannot put my own money in my company itself. Okay. Cooperative society, being a registered entity, this we have already seen in second chapter, types of company. So cooperative society is minimum group of 10 people or more, correct? जिसका motto है self to provide services to the organization. So it is also a registered entity because registration is compulsory under State Cooperative Society Act of 1961. So cooperative societies can also become the member of companies. LLP, limited liability partnership. So we saw this was a combination of joint stock and partnership, है ना? So again, since it is a juristic person, again it's a legal entity, it can become a member of the company. So a company, cooperative, LLP, these all institutes, organizations can become member of other companies if they want. Moving forward, Hindu Undivided Family, HUF, Joint Hindu Family. वैसे the act does not prohibit the membership of HUF, but shares can be registered only in the name of its karta. So if HUF wants to become a member of the company, तो कर्ता के नाम पे shares खरीदने पड़ेंगे. It cannot buy the shares in co-parceners. Other members के नाम पे allowed नहीं है. So if the family business wishes to become a member of some company, the shares has to be purchased in the name of karta. Partnership firm. Now class, if you had paid attention, registration of partnership firm is compulsory only in Maharashtra. Maharashtra के बाहर registration of partnership firm is not compulsory. So until and unless registration is not done, आप legally exist नहीं होते हो. So the firm cannot be a member of the company as it is not a registered entity. तो firm की अगर मैं बात करूं, firm मतलब पूरा company, 5 से 6 partners becomes a firm. But firm can hold shares of the company in individual name of partners. तो मान लो आपकी पार्टनरशिप फर्म है, ABC पार्टनरशिप फर्म अगर आपने चालू करी है, तो ABC एज अ फर्म शेयर्स नहीं खरीद सकती, बट ABC कंपनी लिमिटेड के पार्टनर्स, पार्टनर ए, पार्टनर बी, पार्टनर सी, इंडिविजुअली दे कैन बाय द शेयर्स इन देयर ओन नेम. तो व्हेन यू आर बाइंग शेयर्स, आप फर्म के हिसाब से बाय नहीं कर रहे हो, आप इंडिविजुअली खरीद रहे हो. So that is allowed. Individual partner can buy the shares in his own name, but as a firm together, you cannot buy the shares of any firm. Trust. A registered trust can become a shareholder in company in its own name. तो देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ ट्रस्ट, संघ बोलते हैं ना, ट्रस्ट अलग अलग टाइप के जो होते हैं. So they can buy the shares because they are registered, so they can become a shareholder in company in their own name. So followed class, who all can become the member and who all cannot become the member of a company. The next topic that we are moving forward is eligibility of membership of a company at a glance. तो अभी जो रामायण मैंने तुम्हें पीछे सिखाई उसका शॉर्टकट में फट से we can observe in this particular table. So when I ask you all individuals class, फट से you can tell me minor नहीं बन सकता, insolvent नहीं eligible है, insane or lunatic not eligible, foreigner yes, what is the reason? They can enter into a contract. Karta of HUF and partners, yes, definitely they can. When I talk about organizations, a company can become cooperative society, LLP, HUF as a firm पूरा नहीं घुस सकता, but shares can be purchased in the name of कर्ता. Partnership as a company, as a firm cannot buy the shares of other company. Partners can buy the shares individually. A trust can become a member of a company. So I hope you all are clear with this particular topic class. All right. Now the next topic that we are moving forward to is acquisition of membership. अब मेंबर एक्वायर करने के लिए, मेंबरशिप एक्वायर करने के लिए व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट स्टेप्स? सो लेट्स हैव अ लुक वन बाय वन. Number 1, by subscribing to the memorandum. Now this we have already seen just now and in the previous lecture as well. The subscribers, where subscribers means we saw that the first stage was promotion stage, है ना? So you can become the promoters of the company. You can subscribe to the first document of the company. You can become the signatories to the memorandum of association. So as we saw, the subscribers to the memorandum of company, if it is a public company, you require 7 subscribers. If it is a private company, you require 2 subscribers. And if it is a one-person company, minimum you require 1 subscriber. So in fact, they are the first members of the company, correct? Promoters, the signatories to the memorandum, they become the first members of the company. But not shareholder. अभी तक shareholder नहीं बने, member बने हैं. Getting the difference? By application and allotment of shares, फिर हमने देखा था in order to become a member, shares खरीदना is the very basic and the common step. So any person who wishes to buy the company's share has to give an application for the same, and application देना काफी नहीं है, acceptance of that application is also compulsory by the company. So the person is allotted the shares and then becomes the shareholder, and thereby its member on entering his or her name in the register of members. So this we have already covered last time. Moving forward and continuing with the topic, that is acquisition of membership. Coming to the third point, by holding shares in dematerialized form. So as I told you class, up till 1990, there was, that is after the introduction of LPG, liberalization, privatization and globalization, IT sector has got a boom, or we can say after the IT Act which is passed 2000 में, उसके बाद से technology is booming, and because of corona pandemic, now digital thing, going online, becoming digital has got more, you know, motivation and encouragement. So nowadays, there, if you want to buy a share, the first thing you have to have is a demat account. That is dematerialized account होना चाहिए आपके पास. So any person who has shares in his name as beneficial owner, as I explained here in the last lecture, what is the meaning of depository, DP, beneficial owner कौन होता है? So any person who has shares in his name as beneficial owner and उसका नाम किसके register में होना चाहिए? Depository के, that is NSDL and CDSL, is a member of the company. And dematerialized form का मतलब है holding in electronic form and not physical or paper form. That is called as demat or dematerialized form. All right. So are you all clear with these three types? Moving forward, by transfer of shares and transmission of shares. So class, I have explained you all the difference. Transfer याद रखना, transfer means you're selling it off. तो आपकी ownership as soon as you sell, तो आप owner नहीं रहते, you become the seller, and जो खरीद रहा है सामने, that person becomes the buyer. So transfer means बेचना, exactly. ट्रांसमिशन का मतलब है ऑटोमेटिकली वो अपने आप नेक्स्ट को मिलता है, जो उसका सक्सेसर या वारिस या नॉमिनी होता है उसको जाता है. अंडरस्टूड? ऑटोमेटिकली डेथ हो गई या बंदा पागल हो गया, इंसॉल्वेंट हो गया, सो अंडर दीज कंडीशंस ट्रांसमिशन टेक्स प्लेस. एग्जांपल देती हूँ ट्रांसमिशन का. आपके अंदर जो जीन्स है बॉडी में, जो क्वालिटीज होती है, जो फीचर्स होती है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली ट्रांसफर्स ना, ट्रांसमिट्स फ्रॉम योर पेरेंट्स. करेक्ट? whatever qualities you inherit, whatever characteristics you have, features, your behavior, it is transmitted by one person to another. Transfer, sharing, physically आपको देना लेना पड़ता है, you know, give and take वैसा. So transfer का मतलब है any person who buys the share of a company from an existing member, as I told you, selling takes place, becomes the registered member after company accepts his transfer request. Transmission by operation of law, as I told you, automatically in the event of death, insolvency and insanity of the member is called as transmission of shares. The legal representative or heir, waris, in case of death, official receiver in case of insolvency, an administrator in case of insanity replaces the concerned member. Moving forward and continuing with the topic, coming to next point, point number 6. Nominee of one person company. So as I told you ना, nominee का मतलब मेरे बाद जो भी चीजें ट्रांसफर होंगी ऑटोमेटिकली ट्रांसमिट होगी, वो मेरे नॉमिनी को होंगी जिसका नाम आप दोगे. So in case of OPC, that is one person company, the name of the nominee whose name is given in the memorandum becomes the sole owner in the event of death of that one person who is the member of the company. Next is by acquiescence. This also we have already seen last time. अगर कोई अपने नाम का नाजायज फायदा उठा रहा है, taking undue advantage and using his name as a member of the company, will be disqualified. मतलब माना नहीं जाएगा. So if a person is wrongly entered in the register of member or holds himself out as a member or knowingly allows his name to remain in the register of the members without informing the company about the mistake and getting it rectified, is stopped from denying his membership and is liable as a member, like in the event in the winding up of the company. It is therefore called as membership by principle of estoppel. So basically there are three conditions which are mentioned. ध्यान देना. If a person is wrongly entered, मतलब गलती से उनका नाम आ गया, you know, some incident happened and while entering the name, किसी का नाम ले लिया, राकेश मिस्त्री, और राकेश मिस्त्री कोई है ही नहीं, ऐसे ही नाम सुना और वो बंदे ने रजिस्टर में एंटर कर दिया wrongly. ठीक है? Holds himself out as a member or knowingly allows his name to remain on the register, and पता है कि गलती से नाम आ गया लेकिन वो मिस्टेक हुई है, किसी ने बताया ही नहीं, तो नाउ उसका नाम एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है, मतलब he has become the member of the company, बट ये इंफॉर्मेशन कंपनी तक गई नहीं कि मिस्टेक हुआ है एंड रेक्टिफाई भी नहीं हुआ है. सो इज स्टॉप्ड फ्रॉम डिनाइंग हिज मेंबरशिप and is liable as a member like in the event of winding up of a company. तो कंपनी अगर वाइंड ऑफ हो रही है and every person को उसका शेयर मिल रहा है, so इस बंदे का भी शेयर अलॉट कर दिया जाएगा because this was a mistake and the company has not yet rectified. तो on paper he is a member of the company. तो जो बाकी members के साथ हो रहा है इस बंदे के साथ भी होगा, and this is done under membership by principle of estoppel, that is acquiescence. So under all these conditions, you can become the member or acquire the membership of a company. So before I wind off class, but say quickly we'll revise what all topics we studied today. So we studied eligibility of membership. Any person who is able, any organization who is able to enter into contract can become the member. So individuals may, who all can become a member, only the foreigner. As far as minors, insolvent, lunatic persons are concerned, they cannot become the member of the company. In case of organizations, HUF and partnership all together cannot enter. But yes, company, cooperative, LLP and trust can become members of the company. And under which conditions you can acquire the membership of a company? If you are signatory or subscriber to MOA, if you are applying and getting the shares allotted to you, shareholdings in demat form, transfer and transmission of shares, if you are a nominee in case of one person company, and by acquiescence, you can acquire the membership of a company. So I stop here for today class. I hope you all must have followed the topics well. If you like the video, please do share across the link with all your other friends and do subscribe to the channel in order to get more updates regarding the subject topic. So thank you so much class for patiently listening to me. Stay tuned, keep watching and take care. I stop here for the day.